No going back, never falling in. Felling shit, Pega man, take a talo one and get silly. You will see what just one for them. Side pulling down, but with the moon to this is why I say, minute every day. My God, help me with the moon to carry all the weight. I found God and he made a way. Give me life and took it away.
So me, I used to be there. I used to be there.
I used to be there. I used to be there.
I give it like it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different.
I used to do this.
I used to do that.
I used to do that.
I used to do this.
I used to do this. I used to do that.
I used to do this.
I used to do this.
I used to do that.
I used to do that.
I used to do this.
I used to do this. I used to do that.
I used to be there. I used to be there. I used to be there. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. I used to be there. I used to be there. I used to be there.
YPG, and we are back at it again with the YPG Unlocked, where we always bring the sauce or the sauce. It's funny how we've got the sauce, but we don't even know how to spell it. So whether you've got the sauce or not, prepare to be entertained today, because today we've got an exciting segment for you. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be blown away. So first on the agenda, we have Mbali, who, by the way, was with us last week and telling us about the first son of Jacob. Today, she'll be speaking about the second son. Do you want to guess who it is? I thought as much. Let's leave it to Mbali to do the rest. Over to you, Mbali.
Today we're going to learn about the tribe of Simeon. Simeon, are you here? Comment down below. According to the Bible, Simeon was the second oldest son of Jacob. His name came from the Hebrew word Shama, which means hear, as quote. She conceived again and gave birth to a son, and she said, "Because the Lord has heard that I am not loved, he gave me this one too." So she gave the name Simeon. Since his older brother Reuben lost his inheritance, why didn't Simeon receive it as next in line?
Why?
While Jacob and his family were staying around the area of Shechem, Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, decided to visit the women in that area. While she was in that area, Shechem, the prince of that area, decided to rape her. In spite of his intentions, he fell in love with her and wanted to marry her. That's when he made agreements with his father to talk to Jacob. Through the arrangements, both brothers Simeon and Levi accepted it, but deceitfully, and only in one condition, when Shechem and all his men should circumcise, as it was a Jewish custom. While all the men were in pain from the procedure, Simeon and Levi slaughtered all the men of that area and took all the women and children. When Jacob blessed his sons, he told both Simeon and Levi, who both together deceived and killed the Shemaites, that they are, quote, weapons of violence. He later on divided and scattered the tribes. In terms of inheritance of the land, Simeon could only get a small portion of the land from Judah. There are two symbols that symbolizes the Simeon tribe, which is the one of the slaughter of the Shemaites and the sword, as remember what the blessings of Jacob said when he said, quote, weapons of violence. What else do you know about the tribe of Simeon? Let us know in the comments. Next week, we're going to be talking about the third tribe, Levi. I'm curious about this one. How about you? Well then, see you next week.
Thank you, Mbali. At least now we know. Now, fam, remember when I said that we have an interesting show today? Well, today we have a brand new segment, but we will air it only towards the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned to find out. For now, we will be having another chess tutorial. So if you didn't get the last one, Dineo will make sure that you get to this one. Over to you, Dineo.
Hi, my name is Dinewa Toteti from Tebisa, aka Chess Master, those who know me from Tebisa. So I'm here to tell you about chess, to take me through some simple stuff of chess. So please come join me. And then, so most people who turn out to play chess, they are being called others they are being called professors. I'm not talking about the money hive, but professors. People who turn out to use their intellect a lot. So that's why I joined chess, because I wanted something to challenge me mentally. So it was the best one. Let's see, as we are going through each and every piece that we'll be having here. So the chessboard, it consists of eight sides of it's black and white board, and then it consists in the length, it's 8 pieces, 8 blocks, and then in the height, it's 8 blocks too. So they are all alphabetically placed and then numerically on the horizon side. So please, I'd like to introduce you to the first piece. It's the castle. It consists of 5 points. So for each and every piece we'll be going through it. This one is 5 points, and then it goes horizontal. It's like a robot. And then this one, they call it a horse or a knight. It moves in an L shape or F, anyhow, anywhere. But as long as it's gonna place it into an L shape. This one, they call it a rook or a bishop. It moves diagonally according to the color. And then this one, it's the king. Here's the master of the game. So we are targeting this one. It's 0 points, but it's the important one. They take this one, it's a checkmate. Game over. And then this one is the queen of the house that is protecting everybody and trying to eat up everybody, beating up everybody, killing everybody in the game. So it's 9 points, this one, and then yeah. Oh, this one is the best one. 9 points for the queen. And then here's the last one, the pawn. It's 1 point, but it can change into something else. It can crown, turn backwards to become something else, bigger and better. 1 point for the pawn. They are not opened yet. The only thing that can jump is the horse, the knight. All of them you need to open for them so that they may move freely. So yeah, I can begin with this one. 1, 2, it's all up to you. This one I can move it once. Anywhere, anyhow, comes back. This one, it jumps, it's an L shape. Come back here, anyhow. And then this ones I need to open for them so that they can move. It's in the white spot, move the white. Anyhow, any corner. So this one is a black spot. In the belly, yeah. Then there's our queen of the house. It moves, it can move horizontally, diagonally. 1 step, 2 steps, yeah, it's all up to you. This one can move 1 step at a time, no many times, only once. But when it changes to crown this side, it can move 2 times this side. Or this side, it can move 3 times. This side, and then it comes this side. What does it mean to crown? You change your pawn to be something, a choice of your own for a piece to gain back, to get it back. You can crown as many queens as you want to. You put it 2 times, it's still a queen. If you don't have a rook yet, you can put it this way, it's still a queen. So yeah. And then yeah, it can be anything that you want as long as it has arrived the opponent's side. The aim of the game is to win over the king. It's win the war through the king. So you beat the king, it's checkmate, and then it's done. Why do they call it checkmate? It's because of the king has no option of moving, and it's lost its power, and you won it over. You killed it. Actually, chess, it's like a war. We attack each other, we challenge each other, and so you have to learn and to know your enemy and how to attack it, and what is the weakest point of your enemy, so that you may win, so that you may overcome, so that you may conquer in attacking your enemy. Now that you know how to move the pieces, let me take you through the strategies of moving the pieces. And then I'll be taking you through a simple way, the best way, best simple solution. They call it a 3-step checkmate. So I'll be moving my pieces, everybody, and then you'll see. My first piece to move, it's the pawn from E1, from E2 until E4. And then I'll take my queen from D1 to D3. And then I'll be taking my bishop from F1 to C4. And then here's I win over. I beat up the pawn. There's a checkmate there. They got nowhere to move. They can't hide it. It's still a check. Here it's still a check. And then if all the places that it moves to it's check, it means that it's checkmate. So I can, yeah. Game over. Now that you know how to move and how to play chess, come and visit us. Join us in YPG RSA. You can check everything online, YPG RSA, to any branch, YPG. Ask for your coordinator and ask more further information about chess. For me, Dineo, checkmate.
Hey, what's good, YPG fam? It's good to be connected with you on one more YPG Unlocked. And as you know, here in the YPG, we've got too much sauce. And, oh, mic issues. Okay. Anyways, you know that we always have a glitch here or two. Today, apparently, it wasn't with Mbali, it wasn't with Mapasek, at least until this moment, none of them had issues. So the glitch has got to be with me. But either way, I'm going to go straight to the point to share with you what the YPG theme of the week is. We're talking about the rope. In brackets, we put awaken, and I'm going to explain to you the link. If you were at the YPG hang, then you should have heard this word. The rope. The rope that we are referring to is the rope of hope, which we bring to you in the YPG. How many people are suicidal? How many people are hopeless? Just before I talk about it, you're going to watch a short snippet of the couple of stories which we have been sharing throughout these months here on the YPG Unlocked. Please be attentive to what they're going to share with you. We just summarized quickly what they went through and how they overcame it. Be attentive, and we're going to be right back.
I did not believe in myself. I felt that I was not good enough for anybody. And there came a time I used to compare with my sisters, and I thought my sisters, they're all pretty, they're all beautiful, and here I am looking this way. I hated myself so much. So I would change the way I look. I would cut my hair. I would dress like a guy, change the way I walk. On the inside, I was so empty. I would just change my appearance so that people would actually give me compliments. So
I was addicted to pornography. So pornography and masturbation affected my life in my schoolwork and in my family.
I was always on the internet. So I was reading an article and I discovered the word pornography. This addiction, it basically took over my life. It messed with my school life and everything went south. You need to understand that it is an addiction. It's not the same as drugs and alcohol. I think that it is one of the worst things. And first, you need to understand that it is an addiction and that you need help.
I was addicted to drugs and alcohol into a way that I would do anything without thinking when I was high. Like I would steal from my schoolmate, I would steal from my mom in order to feed my addiction. This went to my friend came and introduced me to a gangsterism because of the protection that we must have. So like it started from there that I joined the gangsterism.
I was very depressed. I was from a very abusive home. I used to date both ladies and guys and would even do internet dating. What led me to all of that, like I had mentioned, I was from a very abusive home. And my dad would heavily abuse us to a point whereby I had deep hate for him. Like I didn't want anything to do with him. To a point whereby one day I planned to even kill him. I poisoned his alcohol and I watched him drink it. And I didn't even feel bad or the smallest remorse. And when that didn't work, I sank in deep into depression. I started being with both ladies and guys, like I mentioned. I started cutting.
He came and approached me, and then I agreed to date him. The relationship was very bad. It was very bad because I thought seeing him DJing there and whatnot, every girl wants to be around him. I thought he was a good guy, but little did I know that that is not all that. So what happened was whenever we go out, this person will be very controlling, like control how I dress, what I say, who I talk to. So that was very bad. And it got to a point where he was very, very abusing me. Nobody knew, only my friends that I would tell. Even if when I told my friends, they would say, no, it's normal. Like, no, he's like that. That means he loves you. That's what they say.
Oh,
That means
wow.
he loves you if he can like beat you up and that's how he shows his love. So I stayed in a relationship even though it was like that. So yeah, I was very good at pretending, smiling and being that happy child around my parents, but they did
But
not know
they knew you were dating.
yeah, they knew. They knew because I was going out at night. Most of the weekend I was not at home. So they knew. They probably didn't say it out loud, but they saw that there were changes happening in my life.
I grew up without both my parents. I didn't know my father, and my mother was not around. So I was raised by different family members. I would move to one family member to another. So growing up in that kind of a situation, it made me grow up an angry child. I was very angry. I was angry at my mother why she was not around. And again, the reason of not knowing who my father was devastating, and it made me to have that anger and resentment towards my mother. I hated her for the pains that I went through, for abuse, the abuse emotionally and physical that I passed through, um, being with my family members that were raising me. When I was 14 years old, I was introduced to alcohol by friends at school. We started drinking, would go to taverns. We were very young, so whenever we'd go to taverns, we would bribe the security guys to allow us in, and so we can be able to buy alcohol and go to nightclubs. I try to find uh, people that will make me keep me company. Started dating guys, different guys, having a lot of boyfriends here and there, just to have that company, just to have those people around, people showing you, telling you that they love you, all those kind of things. So I would even drink during school hours, and I got involved in another group of friends where they were all about fame. They were all about being known, having cool people. There were those kind of cool friends that everyone wanted to be close to. So being close to them at that time was a very big achievement for myself. So one guy approached me and he told me that he was a king in their, I don't know what they call it, but they call it, I think they call it in their kingdom. He said he was a king in their kingdom, and he was actually looking for a queen to fill up a gap in their kingdom. So I became so very interested and wanted to know more what was happening there and all those kind of things. And he eventually introduced me to it, and I had to make a sacrifice. They told me that I have to make a sacrifice of the person that I hated the most. And at that time, the person that I hated the most was my mother. So I had to make a sacrifice of my mother. I remember one time I was coming back from school, and it was on Friday and she was already there. And I walked in, she was alone, just sitting there. I walked in and I just greeted her, and she was not paying attention to me. So when I walked through the door, like there was the side of the kitchen. So I picked a knife and I walked towards her, trying to stab her.
Coming to the YPG, I got the help that I needed. No one judged me, no one looked at me differently. So I overcame by making a decision, and I stuck by that decision, and eventually I overcame in the YPG. And to speak, no one is going to look at you differently. Our arms are open wide. We've been there. we've dealt with it, and we've overcome, and we'll know exactly how to help you.
And today I received the Holy Spirit. I am free from pornography and masturbation. I no longer lust to look at those pornographic videos. Obakin today is a different young man.
I now love myself so much. I don't really seek for people's validation anymore. I know that I am beautiful. I know that I am good enough. And my relationship with my family is not great. I no longer fight with my sisters. I no longer fight with my mom and my dad, and I'm happy.
I would say to them, there's more to life than the lifestyle that you think you have. Come out of there, made a decision, just come out and come to the YPG. There's mentors that will teach you on how to become a woman or a man that's a better man for in the future. So just get up and take a stand. Yes.
Today, I forgave my dad, first of all. He passed away 2 years ago, but our relationship was perfect. Because before my reset, before the change, I couldn't see beyond the hate. But after my reset, after my change, I started to wonder, why is he doing this? And God gave me the wisdom to ask him all that was needed for me to show him love and forgiveness, and only to find out that he grew up in such a situation. And when I started to change, when I started to want to take pictures with him, ask him, how was your day? He started to change also. He stopped the drinking, he stopped the everything. And life slowly started to change. My mom came back home, my sisters came back home.
Busiso is no longer that guy who's addicted. I'm free. I'm no longer smoking. I'm no longer using drugs. And even the community is no longer sees me as that guy who was before. But instead, it sees me as a good boy, and they see a lot of change. And I have peace with myself. I have peace with my family. We are happy. We are united.
Today, I am a very different person. I am very loving. I am very kind. And the hatred, the resentment, the anger that I had towards my mother, it faded away. Like I always say about my name is Happen. So at that time, I had that different meaning for my name. Like I just happened. I was never planned. I'm a mistake. But now I have a different meaning for myself. I even gave it myself. I'm like, I'm happening. Now I'm going to happen. I am happening, those kind of things. Today I am married. I have my own family. I have a child, and I'm raising my child to be the best man he can ever become.
The stories that you watched, the snippets of these stories, are just the tip of the iceberg of the work of the YPG. Whether the addiction of pornography, whether the depression, whether the rejection, whatever they went through, they overcame through the guidances and the steps which we taught here in the YPG. And that includes me. That includes my YPG teammates who are here with me in the studio, and all the others throughout the world, those who are in the comment section. Share with us right now, since you guys aren't always quiet, share with us, what did the YPG do for you? What special thing did you learn here in the YPG? And those of you who are watching for the first time, you will see now in the comment section how many have such amazing stories of transformation of life which took place here. The rope of hope which reached out to them. Perhaps the rope, when we talk about the rope, it links you to suicide. It links you to the suicidal thoughts, the depression. Maybe you have been roped, you have been tied and bound by so many bad thoughts, thoughts of doubts, thoughts which have told you you are never going to make it in life. But the rope of the YPG is telling you, wake up, arise, be awakened right now, and understand that whoever you are, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you are going through, there is hope, there is a solution, and there is a way out. Every week, Every time, nonstop, we share with you our deeds. Get in touch with us. Our helpline is a 24-hour service and free of charge. So if you don't have data, you don't have airtime, that's no biggie. You can just call. As long as you got a phone with network, you've got battery to call us, call, vent, pour out what's inside of you. This rope, myself, the mentors, the coordinators, those who work with us in this awesome work of the YPG, the different projects, is for whoever you are. No matter what you've been through, there is hope, there is a solution, there is a way out. And on that note, I'd like to extend to you once again the invitation. Be part of any one of our projects. Be part of any one of these great projects which we have week after week. Begeli Bega, yes. Week after week, we have these awesome projects. Day after day, there is always someone available to reach out for you. So whatever you're going through, there is the hope. There is the hope. Not, or better said, let me put it the other way around. There is a rope, the rope, not of suicide, not to bind you, not to hold you back, but the rope of hope for you to get out wherever you are. As you heard their stories, this was just a snippet. Next week, we're going to have someone else who's going to be here in studio sharing his or her story with us. But these are life stories of people who overcame. I overcame, we overcame, you can too. So that's it from me. We're going to hand it back to Mapaseka, and she's got something special for you. And we're going to be back with you guys next week. And as you know, here in the YPG, we got too much sauce.
Botani bahlobo nosapho, ndiyaxolisa kodwa oku kumele ndikwenze. Kubonakala ngathi kuphela kwendlela endinothi ndibaleke obubomi bentlungu. Ndizame konke kodwa akho nanye endisebenzeleyo, kwaye akukho namnye umntu oyiqondayo loo nto kuni. Ndidiniwe ukuphila kodwa ndingaphili ubomi. Ezi ngxaki azifuni ukundinika ukuphumla. Ndidiniwe ukuphila kunye nazo.
I tried getting rid of the interior problems, but unfortunately anxiety isn't an item I could return to the store, and depression does not ask for permission when it invades one's life.
Ngizamile ukuthoba izinhlungu, kodwa kwenzeka umonakalo kuphela engqondweni yami. Ngizamile ukukhuluma ngezinhlungu zami, kodwa umsindo wezwi awuvuka ngithi ngiyazama.
Ke khutlong ya go ka fetiša ka bohloko. Ntshepe ge ke re ke lekile mekgwa e mengwe ya go fetiša ka bohloko, e fela ga gona se se ntšhometšeng.
Nda lingedza u shumisa zwikambi na zwidzidzivhadzi nda kha inthanethe ndi tshi ndi ṱoḓa dakalo, fhedziha mbuelo ho vha u ṱungufhala na vhuṅwe vhuṱungu vhuhulu. Kha zwoṱhe zwe nda lingedza a hu na tshi tsha mbuyedza.
Tshiatebe o mamele maranga le o kgema ka dinako. Di nkile thothomolong, di nkele ka ke tshwane le ba bang, empa di nkile boitshepo ba ka.
Wat? Vriende, ek het dit ook probeer. Ek het myself omring met 'n klomp mense. Maar selfs al het ek dit gedoen, was ek nog steeds oorweldig met eensaamheid. So, ek kan nie meer nie.
Glo my, dis nie dat ek selfsugtig is nie. Maar ek is moeg om ander mense se persoonlikheid te imiteer. Ek wens ek kon net myself wees.
Akujami, awukakataleleki bonyana wenze njalo. Ungathini nengakutshela bonyana awusiwedwa. Ungathini nengathi kuwe, ngiyasazi leso simo, ngidlulile kiso. Kodwana uqaleki njengomuntu ohlakako, begodu ukhuluma ngokudlulileko.
It seems like the only way to escape this life of pain. I've tried everything else, but none of them worked. And none of you gets it. Exactly. That's because I'm no longer there. I've overcome and made it to the other side.
And you can also overcome. Just like I did. I found help and happiness in the arms of the Savior.
Ngidlulile lapho.
Ek was al daar.
Ndisuka apho.
Ndofira hanepo.
I've been there.
Nami ngiphuma khona.
Now, guys, remember when I spoke about the new segment? Well, the time has come. Lihle today will be introducing the If You Know, You Know segment. So what do we know, Lihle? Over to you.
What's good, YPG?
Welcome to a new segment of
If You Know, You Know.
Reporting live from Cap City.
The real Cap City. Moment of silence for Soweto.
Done. We're about to plug you guys with some real cool everyday facts.
That if you know, you know.
Now over to Tino and Vijay.
Woo!
Hi guys, my name is Tino, and what is your name? Celebrate. What is your name?
Blessing.
Nice to meet you guys. So I have one fact for you guys. Did you know that high heels were originally men's shoes?
Men's shoes?
Yes.
How is it possible?
High heels were originally men's shoes. They were actually originally to be meant for men, yes.
So who came up with the idea of putting that thing in for? Do you understand?
My name is Peter and I am with
Z.
So I have an interesting fact for you. Did you know that the tip of your shoelace has a name?
Yeah, I think I do because I used to watch Phineas and Ferb and there's an episode about it.
So what is it?
Agnes.
It's an aglet.
Aglet, yes. Yeah.
Confidence. Did you know her before high heels were a man's shoe?
No.
What's the tip of a shoelace called? Sharp. I am here with
Putti.
Did you know that that high heels were originally a man's shoe?
High heel?
It was originally made for men.
No, I didn't know about that.
What is the tip of a shoelace called?
I don't know that as well.
It's an aglet.
Okay.
Judy Max. Did you know that high heels were originally a man's shoe?
Did I know that?
Yes.
Did I know what?
That high heels were originally a man's shoe, as in they were made for men.
No, I don't.
So what is the tip of a shoelace called?
What is the tip of a shoelace code? Shoelace code.
Michelle.
Did you know that high heels were originally a men's shoe? What's the tip of a shoelace called?
I don't know.
It's an aglet.
And definitely now we know. Now, fam, I'm sure you can agree that today's segment was interesting. I was entertained, and I'm sure you were entertained as well. And with that said, sadly, we have to wrap up today's show. But before you throw stones at me again, we'll be back again next week, same time, same place, with the YPG Unlocked. Because YPG got too much sauce.